Public transportation. Public transportation is hands down one of the best ways to get your citizens off the road. A base game bus can carry 30 people. That's potentially 30 fewer cars clogging up your intersections. And no, there's no carpooling in city skylines. Yet. The key is not just throwing down random bus or metro lines. You want a proper network. Connect to your busiest areas, but also think about line sharing. Short distance options like buses should feed into medium distance ones like metros, which then connect to long distance routes like trains. This way, your citizens can get across town without ever touching a steering wheel. And if you really want to boost ridership, you can turn on the free public transport policy. Just remember, free still means they're paying for it with taxes. But hey, that is not your problem. Walkability. Pedestrian and bike paths are like the secret cheat code for traffic in city skylines. Your citizens will happily walk surprisingly long distances if you make it convenient. And the best part is, they'll usually choose a pedestrian path over crossing a busy street. That means fewer cars slowing down for crosswalks and smoother traffic flow overall. If you plan walkability from the start, it's even more effective. Connect your busiest areas with dedicated pedestrian routes, and don't forget the little shortcuts between neighborhoods or even between houses. Nothing says leave the car at home like a path that goes straight from your citizens' front door to their favorite coffee shop. And hey, if you're worried about them walking too far, don't be. The Sims never complain about sore feet, so you might as well put them through the cardio challenge of a lifetime. Express lines. Once your public transport network is running smoothly, consider adding express lines. These only stop at the big, important stations along a route, letting people travel longer distances without stopping at every single corner. For example, an express train that skips smaller stops can move commuters faster. Just make sure your local stations have bypass tracks so express trains aren't stuck behind the slow, stop-everywhere locals. Otherwise, it's not an express line, it's just a more expensive regular one. Removing parking spots. One sneaky way to push people toward public transport is to make parking annoying. Many in-game buildings have tiny parking lots that fill up fast, so when they're full, citizens start parking along the street. If you replace roads with ones that have grass, trees, or even bike lanes, you remove those side parking spaces entirely. This forces people to park further from their destination, which, surprise, often makes taking the bus, train, or metro look way more appealing. The result? Fewer cars on the road, less congestion, and more room for your local traffic to move. Avoiding overload. Public transportation is great until it's too popular. If you've got massive crowds waiting in-game days for an overcrowded bus, train, or metro, your solution has just become another problem. Too many buses can clog up your streets just like cars do, so consider using higher capacity vehicles where possible. For example, the Super Bendy bus from the Vehicles of the World Content Creator Pack can carry 100 passengers, meaning obviously you need fewer buses to do the same job. It's like upgrading from a fleet of hatchbacks to a convoy of limos, but for public transport. Cargo traffic. Don't forget about freight traffic. Those trucks can clog your city faster than you can say import bananas. Cargo train terminals and cargo harbors can massively cut down on long-haul truck trips through your city by moving goods via rail or ship. For the ultimate combo, there's the cargo hub, which connects trains and ships with road access for trucks. Just keep in mind that while these buildings do reduce truck traffic across your whole city, they will cause a big spike of truck activity directly around them. Plan your road layouts accordingly so you don't end up with the world's busiest industrial roundabout. Zoning wisely. Zoning isn't just about what looks nice, it directly affects your traffic. Since low-density residential buildings have fewer citizens living in them and low-density commercial needs fewer deliveries from industrial areas, think about mixing them strategically with high-density zoning. Spreading zones out rather than clumping them all in one spot can also prevent massive traffic spikes in a single area. Basically, don't drop the urban equivalent of an entire music festival in one block and then wonder why your roads are jammed. Bonus tips. Specialized zones can help too. The IT cluster office specialization generates some goods without needing cargo trucks, which keeps roads clearer. The organic and local produce commercial specialization requires fewer cargo deliveries, meaning fewer trucks showing up to drop off goods. It's not going to replace your entire traffic strategy, but every little bit helps, especially if you're already pushing your network to its limits. And there you have it, 8 ways to keep your city's traffic from looking like a Monday morning rush hour. Try mixing a few of these together and you'll be amazed how much smoother your roads can run. If you found this useful, consider leaving a like. I would really appreciate that. It does help out the channel a lot. And now, if you want to watch 101 vanilla tips for city skylines, highly recommend you check out this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, happy building, and bye-bye.